Hello everyone. So welcome to yet another video of your CMA mentor. And we are going through a question series, and this is day 5 of question series solution and questions. So we are discussing once again a question related to portfolio management. Someone has asked me question doubt regarding this question, though it is a question which is similar to the one which I have discussed previously in a video previous to this video. But because someone from you among you have asked me doubt regarding, so I'm once again solving this question and explaining you how they have gone through this question. Okay, so starting with the question: from the following, you are required to find the risk of portfolio if the standard deviation of the market index is given. That is 18%. Basically, the standard deviation of market is 18% in the question. There are four securities given over here, that is A, B, and C and D. Betas of the securities are given. What is random error? So, random error is basically the unsystematic risk is given in the question. The weights of the each of the securities are given in the question. So basically you have to calculate the risk of portfolio. So for the risk of portfolio, what is risk of portfolio? It is basically the summation of systematic risk plus unsystematic risk. Now how to calculate systematic risk? It is basically the variance of the market and the beta of portfolio ka whole square. And what is unsystematic risk? It is basically you have now, this is a question how to calculate systematic risk. So I'm now explaining you. So here in the question, the beta was given and the weights was given. So you wrote beta in one column, weights in another column, and you multiplied the beta with the weight, which gave you the product for each of the securities, which was 0.40, 0.345, 0.35, and 0.20. You did the summation of all four of them. So the value which came up is the beta of portfolio, because you multiplied the beta with the weight and came to the solution. So in the previous question, it was mentioned in the subparts what you have to calculate. And suppose in examination they directly say you to calculate the risk of the portfolio, and they don't give the subparts that calculate first the beta of the portfolio, then calculate the systematic risk. So you must be aware that how to calculate this if in the case in the examination the subparts are not given. So I'm making you aware regarding this. So first you will calculate the beta of the portfolio. Then since here the random error is given, so you have to calculate the variance of this basically. So what you will do, so what you will do, the random errors were given, which is unsystematic risk. You will square these and to calculate the unsystematic risk using variance approach. Okay. Now, what will you do? Now, in the previous questions, we have calculated the unsystematic risk of the portfolio. What we have done for that? We have multiplied the unsystematic risk with the weight of the risk, weight square of the risk. So, similarly, in this question also, we'll do the same thing. The unsystematic risk, which was 49, we have multiplied it with the weight given in the question, which was 0.25. Weight square, we have multiplied with it. Similarly for B, C, D, you'll do the similar thing what I have explained you. So this will give you the unsystematic risk of the portfolio. Now how to calculate systematic risk, I have explained you. We'll do the square of the standard deviation of the market and the beta of portfolio ka square. So basically the standard deviation of market was already given in the question, which was 18%. You square this and we have calculated the beta of the portfolio, which came to 1.295. We'll square this even, and the product of this which comes to us is the systematic risk. Now how to calculate total risk? The summation of the systematic risk and unsystematic risk we have as we have calculated. Okay. So this is the solution how to calculate total risk. So giving a gist of this question. So whenever in the question you have been given the values of beta of the securities, their weights, and something like random error or something like in the previous question, what was it written? Just let me check. Something like something like residual variance, if they tell you to calculate. So these are what? These are the random errors. So sorry, these are the unsystematic risk. Okay, so how do we calculate risk of portfolio? Firstly, we how do we calculate it? It is basically the summation of systematic risk and unsystematic risk. So for systematic risk, we have a formula which is standard deviation of market into beta of market ka whole square. Okay, and unsystematic risk, because in this question you have to calculate unsystematic risk. How will you calculate? You'll do the random error was given, you will do the first, you because we calculate unsystematic risk of portfolio using variance approach, and here it was only given the risk values, you will do the square of these values to calculate the unsystematic risk. Now I have already taught you how to calculate unsystematic risk in previous question. We'll basically multiply the unsystematic risk of the stock with the weight square of the stock to come to this solution of 17.75. Okay, systematic risk is basically the beta square of portfolio, which we have already calculated beta of portfolio by multiplying weight into the products, weight into the weight with the beta of the stock. Okay, we'll do the square of beta of portfolio into standard deviation of market, so this comes to 543.35. You'll do the addition of systematic risk and unsystematic risk to come to the conclusion of total risk. Okay, so you can expect one of the questions, either the day 4 question or the day 5 question, that is illustration number 8 in your examination. So it is an important question. Both are the similar questions. The only difference was that in the previous question, the sum has they told you how to calculate. Basically, matlab they have given subparts, like first we have calculated the beta, so they have given already to calculate the beta of portfolio. In this question you need to basically put some efforts and find out what to calculate to come to a conclusion of total risk. So I've already explained you. First calculate the beta of portfolio, and then calculate the unsystematic risk of each stock, and then calculate the unsystematic risk of portfolio, then calculate systematic risk of portfolio and do the summation of systematic and unsystematic risk to come to the value of total risk. Okay, so this was a day 5 question of portfolio management. You can comment below if you have any doubt regarding any of the question. I try to explain, I try to cover all the questions which you have doubt in. And I have mentioned my Telegram link. Please do join that link. I share the notes on that link only, so that it will be easy going for you to go through the sums which I have taught you, which I have mentioned that these are the important questions during the examination time. So hopefully you like this series, and if you're liking this series, then please do hit a like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.